good evening to each and everyone all around the world. Thank you for joining me on today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, and share on my videos, amen. If it is a blessing unto you, continue to share it, amen. And I thank you all for recently subscribing to my channel. May God bless you guys. Today, I am doing the woman with the issue of blood. But however, I am taking this a little bit further, a little bit deeper, putting a little twist to it for us to think differently on this subject about the women with the issue of blood. So today I'm going to Luke chapter 8, verses 43. Luke chapter 8, verses 43. And it reads as so. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him. And the woman there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. Verse 45 says, "Who touched me?" And this is Jesus speaking. "Who touched me?" Jesus asked. When they all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me. I know the power has gone out from me." Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet. In the presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace." Amen. Now, if that's not a story that is great, listen, this is a powerful story. It's a short story, but it's powerful because this woman had been looking and searching everywhere. And because her faith was so great, she said, if I could just touch it, then I will be healed. I will be made whole. Amen. I will be made whole. You see, people of God, many of us have an issue. And we don't think about it this way, but in all actuality, it is a blood issue. Just like the woman with the issue of blood. Some of us suffer even longer than 12 years, 15, 20, maybe our whole lives we have suffered with this blood issue. So what is this blood issue that I'm talking about? Well, let's think about it. When a woman or a man, a child, anyone is sick, right? And they need some help. Let's say they have blood anemia. Let's say they may have HIV or cancer. They are in a critical state. They are in a state of emergency. They need a blood transfusion, you guys. They need a blood transfusion. Now, in the need of this blood transfusion, there is an emergency. It is urgent. If they don't get this blood transfusion, they will die. Amen? Because it is life-threatening. So let's look at it this way, people of God. Listen, many of us, the issue is simply an issue of blood. It is simply just a blood issue. What happens is when we decide to give our lives to Jesus, amen, we become covered with the blood. We get a spiritual blood transfusion. And this spiritual blood transfusion truly does something to us. It begins to transform us, amen, like new DNA. It begins to change us, amen. This blood begins to spread out, amen, somewhat like a mutation, but a good mutation, a holy mutation. It begins to change us, amen. And when it changes us, it blood washes us and we become healed. We get deliverance. We are made whole. We are spiritually aware. The Spirit of Jesus, the blood of Christ is so precious, people of God, that this blood does a complete transformation in us. It takes you from a critical state like HIV and turns you into LIVE. It takes you from a cancerous state and makes you go into a state of pure wholeness and completely healed. This blood is so powerful that not only can it heal us and make us whole, but this blood can do miracles, signs, and wonders. Once we become a part of that, we are aware of where our bloodline leads us, people of God. See, many of our issues are simply just an issue of blood. And if once we recognize that and we begin to see that, we remove the blinders off of our eyes and we hear the voice of God, then we can be made whole. It is simply, people of God, just an issue of blood.